Good afternoon, 8A Stagg High School. This is Matt James from Orchard Park, New York, and I'll be adjudicating you this afternoon in the caption Visual Performance Ensemble. It is Saturday, October 15th. It's a sunny, but a little blustery and a little chilly day today, but it could be raining and snowing, and it's not, so let's be happy about that. So we're here at Lincoln Way West High School for their Invitational, and we're about ready to begin, but I hope my comments are helpful, on the mark, to the point, and are beneficial to your development through the rest of the season. And I'll be right back with you when we're ready to start. Have a great run today.
Over in the river, featuring the following down the river, bridge over troubled water.
All right, down the river. All right, we're just about ready to start. Love your flats are beautiful. Very, very pretty. Got the pit here on the field on extreme side 2. Got our river outfits, our riverboat outfits with our oars and the color guard. Okay. We're just about ready to start. As the horns come up through the ensemble with good aggressiveness, good energy. Okay, backwards march handled relatively well in the brasses here, keeping their spatials under control. Football is being adhered to nicely throughout the ensemble. You got to appreciate the use of the oars, the energy through the initiation of their work. Being done in a uniform manner. Students seem to understand their characters and the energy required for the work on those oars. Could be a little bit better from a standpoint of initiation and technical use of the oars through time to make sure that we're all passing through the same planes at the same time and initiating at the same time. Okay, now we're up to sabers. I'm going to watch particularly the point of release. I know the wind is going to take those pieces different places, but if we're releasing together, I feel like we're getting a good sense of what the training is. Appreciate the staging that sabers are put in, but again, we're not quite initiating together. The energy level from performer to performer is a little bit suspect, but I do appreciate the level of work that the sabers are dealing with. Some more advanced skills being presented by them. Okay, good job with the transition, so that we're drawing our attention to the new flag as the sabers get their new flags. It probably could be a little bit more artistry in how the rest of the flags come out on the field. But I appreciate the efforts of the duet. Okay, a little bit confused. Are we oriented? We're oriented off to the right, yeah? To your left? Okay, now this is some pretty soft music for full flag. Is that the way we want to represent the music from a standpoint of visual musicality? It's being done well. I appreciate the fact that the color guard understands their responsibilities. But we're doing full flag here on the solo, so we don't really have much to go forward when we get a little louder. So So there's our big moment there. And we've kind of given away the full flag effect earlier. So maybe we could do some A-B work so we're not quite as bold there when it's softer. And so see, now we're super soft facing backfield, still doing full flag. Orientation and understanding of the woodwind form. A few blemishes that we probably could do a little bit better on, so making sure that we're looking at that form as those lines rotate. Can watch on a larger step size that we're not bouncing. We should keep the upper body under control so that it's always still from the hips on up. Okay, appreciate the energy as the battery and trumpets come in center stage. The rifles being the focus point to get our eyes to that stage. Again, good form spatial control in the woodwinds here as they're coming into focus here. Appreciate the body work given to the brasses. Not really sure the visual artistry aspect of it. It seems a little legato, not quite as quirky as the music sounds, but I do appreciate the fact they're given those responsibilities. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm seeing what I'm hearing. I appreciate the efforts given to the responsibilities given to the rifles. Again, we could initiate a little bit better from a standpoint of when those releases are. Yeah, just a little bit fuzzy from a standpoint of us working together. Form control is being handled nicely in the winds. A few blemishes from a standpoint of little stickouts here and there, and maybe some compressions as the directions push us different ways. Now it's a little bit more difficult to read here as we're like a spiral, kind of. Okay, I appreciate the responsibility of having to pass through. Again, on these large steps backing up, I appreciate the fact that students are being asked to do that. They have to control the core a little bit better so we're not getting bouncing. Okay, these big white flags are very, very lyrical and worked well with the Shenandoah idea, but is it really visually musical here? Okay, I see we're still doing Shenandoah. Okay, I see what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, it's just that we're not able to really pick up the more staccato lines. So we're not getting the maximum visual artistry of the variety given by the music. I appreciate the long phrase here as we're developing here. We probably could do a little better job of maintaining spatials as that form evolves over time. Orientation of the woodwinds, making sure our left shoulder is forward, right shoulder is back, so that we're all facing forward. And the step size is appreciated here as we're building into the linear on the yard lines. The sequence of the body work going across, the support of the color guard back on side one. But again, the white flag does not allow us to pick up those more articulated musical lines in the tubas. But I appreciate the fact that the color guard members understand the lyrical aspects of how they're interpreting that particular music line. Okay, I had some really positive things. The color guard is very active from a standpoint of different types of equipment. We had sabers, we had rifles, we had oars, we had different types of flags, all handled relatively well. I think we could work a little bit more, and I know the wind was an issue today, but I think we could work a little bit more on the energy and an initiation of the work that we're being asked to do, and make sure that we all understand the energy and the planes that we're cutting through, and we're doing them all the same way and all at the same time. I think that would be a great way for you to improve, because there is quite a bit of responsibilities given to the members that could be enhanced even more by being done better together. From a standpoint of the winds, they're given some responsibilities from a standpoint of form control, spatial control, linear and curvilinear. Could we work a little more on the upper body orientation and our step size when we're taking larger steps? Though I appreciate the fact that students are asked to do so, backwards marching and forwards marching. We have to do a better job of upper body control so that we're not bouncing. I appreciate the additional work of lower body and upper body expressive qualities given to the performers. However, not always is it visually musical and matching what's going on with the music. There is quite a bit of quirky, cute, rhythmic music going on that isn't always being matched by the visual from an artistry standpoint. So that might be something that could be looked at with some minor adjustments. Maybe we could pick up some of those quirky ideas and character portrayals. Okay, thank you so much. I hope my comments were helpful and on the mark. Best wishes as you come to the conclusion of your season.